Esteemed Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji, honorable guests, friends, namaskar. I'm Trisha Saklecha. As director of the Tagore Centre and on behalf of the Embassy of India, it is my honor to express my deep gratitude for Gurudev's presence here this evening and extend a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you. At the Tagore Centre, we are used to having a calendar full of interesting and engaging events. But today's gathering is not just another event. It is a celebration of the profound power of wisdom, compassion, and spiritual connection. And there is no better person to guide us on this journey than Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji. His presence here today fills us with deep gratitude as we have the rare opportunity to listen, learn, and reflect on the timeless teachings that have touched millions across the world. I had the privilege of attending a masterclass led by Gurudev ji this weekend. Although I've been working with the art of living with Kirsten for quite some time now, it was my first time attending an event where Gurudev was personally present. And I must share a little bit about that. I've had a particularly busy few weeks, and it's been a very, very stressful start of the year for me. When you feel like everything is just out of balance and work has been overwhelming, personal commitments have been overwhelming, and I was struggling to find the peace I desperately needed. But sitting there, as Gurudev was leading the meditation, something just shifted in me. I felt a calmness that I had not experienced in a very long time. And it wasn't just the technique itself. In fact, I probably couldn't even tell you what the technique was because I was completely zoned out. But it was the realization that the peace isn't something that we need to chase outside of ourselves. It's already within us, waiting to be accessed. Gurudev's teachings on the power of the breath and the mind had a profound impact on me, even though it was a very short masterclass. I left feeling lighter, more centered, more capable of facing the challenges ahead. And so in the brief 2 or 3 days since then, I have carried that lesson with me, remembering that no matter how chaotic life becomes, there's always a way back to peace and happiness. It is this deep sense of peace, clarity, and compassion that Gurudev has shared with the world. He is the founder of the Art of Living Foundation and the International Association for Human Values, both active in 180 countries. He's also the founder of the World Forum for Ethics in Business, which regularly convenes in conferences at the European Parliament and around the world. All three organizations hold a special consultative status with the UN Economic and Social Council. Through his Art of Living Foundation, he has created a movement that helps millions of people find their way back to their inner selves, teaching us to live with joy, mindfulness, and purpose. The techniques he has developed, from breathing techniques to meditation, have not only helped individuals reduce stress, but have transformed communities, healed relationships, and brought about social change. Today's event is more than just an opportunity to listen. It is a chance for all of us to reconnect with ourselves, to take a moment of stillness in our busy lives, and to experience the wisdom that transcends all boundaries. Gurudev's teachings remind us that regardless of where we come from or what circumstances may be, the path to peace and fulfillment lies within. At the Tagore Centre, and as part of the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, we are deeply committed to fostering cultural dialogue, understanding, and the exchange of ideas between India and the world. We aim to celebrate India's rich cultural heritage, its art and spirituality, and its timeless philosophies that have the potential to address pressing issues of today. The Tagore Centre is proud to be a part of this mission, and having Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji here today further enriches that journey. The teachings of Gurudev are deeply aligned with the core values of India's spiritual tradition, as many of you know, values such as compassion, unity, and self-awareness. He has always emphasized that inner peace is the foundation of peace in the world, and that true happiness comes from within. These timeless principles, which resonate so deeply in today's fast-paced and often fragmented world, are exactly what we need now more than ever. Gurudev's work extends far beyond individual well-being. As an ambassador of peace, he plays a key role in conflict resolution and spreads his vision of non-violence at public forums and gatherings worldwide. He is a regular guest speaker at international institutions, such as the United Nations, the European Parliament, and the World Economic Forum in Davos. He has received special recognition for brokering a peace deal between the FARC rebels and the Colombian government, and helped in ending a 52-year-long civil war. His work is driven by the conviction that unless the individual is at peace, there cannot be peace in societies. Over the past 44 years, an estimated 400 million people across 180 countries have been reached by Gurudev's initiatives. He has dedicated his life to promoting social change, advocating for sustainable development, and offering disaster relief. Through his initiatives, countless communities have been uplifted, and individuals have been empowered to overcome adversity. His work is a beacon of hope, and it reminds us that through self-awareness and collective action, we can create a more harmonious and compassionate world. It is astonishing how simple and profound the teachings of Gurudev are. They don't require us to change the world overnight. They simply ask us to change our own approach to life, with a sense of calm and love, to connect with others from a place of empathy, to find joy in the present moment. It is through these small but significant shifts in our own hearts and minds that we begin to contribute to a more peaceful and loving world. Today, as we gather in this beautiful space, I encourage each of you to approach this experience with an open heart and a receptive mind. Gurudev, we are very deeply honored to have you with us here today. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for gracing us with your presence. It is a blessing, and we are incredibly grateful to learn from you. Your teachings have transformed lives across the globe. And it is our great fortune and luck to have you here to share that with us. With these words, I would like to now invite Ambassador Ajit Gupte ji to address the audience.
Namaskar. Esteemed Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar ji, former Prime Minister of Slovenia, Mr. Aloj Pichale, distinguished guests and dear friends. It is a great privilege and honor for us today to receive Sri Ravi Shankar ji at the Embassy of India. And I would like to thank him for sparing the time of coming here. As Trisha said, Sri Ravi Shankar ji is one of the most revered spiritual leaders of our time. He had recently led the World Meditation Day at the United Nations on the 21st of December, 2024. Sri Ravi Shankar ji's lifelong dedication to spreading the ancient wisdom of meditation and his tireless efforts to create a world that is not only spiritually enriched, but also free of stress, conflict, and division, have earned him well-deserved respect and admiration across the world. Before I go further, I would like to take a moment to express how proud and deeply grateful we are as a nation of the extraordinary work that Gurudev has done. The foundation that he has established, the art of living, has reached out and touched the hearts and minds of millions of people worldwide. With more than 10,000 centers offering programs in over 180 countries, it has enabled individuals and communities to find much needed peace, improve their health, and foster an enlightened sense of belonging. Whether it is the war-torn regions of the world or among the busiest cities, such as Berlin, Gurudev's initiatives have had a profound impact in bringing together people of all walks of life, helping them heal and showing them a path to inner peace. As we gather here tonight, we are reminded of how powerful such initiatives are, especially when they are fueled by a sense of compassion, unity, and service. These values have been central to the Indian philosophy for centuries and continue to guide us today. Friends, meditation has been at the heart of India's spiritual tradition for many millennia. It has become a universal language in the modern world thanks to the extraordinary efforts of Gurudev. Through his teachings, meditation has moved beyond only a personal practice, and it has become a symbol and tool for global harmony. This evening is remarkable because it follows several days of very intense meditation efforts in Berlin, which was attended by thousands of people, and it also closely follows the World Meditation Day, which was celebrated on 21st December, as I just mentioned. The event on 21st of December, which was led by Gurudev, was a powerful moment. It was a well-timed reminder that meditation is something that can unite people from all corners of the world. It is through such global platforms that we are witnessing the true value of meditation, not only in the realm of personal development, but also as an essential element of international diplomacy, peace building, and collective human progress. India has played an instrumental role in the propagation of meditation and mindfulness on the global stage. As the birthplace of meditation, India's spiritual heritage has always emphasized the interconnectedness of all beings and the importance of inner peace as the foundation of external harmony. India's contribution to global peace is not just through political dialogue, but also through spiritual wisdom, something that Gurudev embodies in every aspect of his work. Tonight, as leaders in our fields, diplomats and distinguished guests, we have the privilege of hearing from someone who has been a guiding light for so many around the world. Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar's message is simple yet profoundly impactful. Meditation is not just a means of personal transformation, but a powerful tool for creating peace, understanding, and cooperation across cultures. It is this very vision of a compassionate, peaceful world that makes his work so resonant and significant. In his teachings, Gurudev often speaks of the importance of living life with joy, love, and simplicity. These qualities are not merely aspirational, but they are practical and achievable in our everyday lives. In a world where stress, anxiety, and division are often prevalent, Gurudev's approach offers a refreshing alternative, a way to cultivate balance, well-being, and harmony within oneself, and through that in the world. The art of living founded by Gurudev has reached millions globally, and its positive impact is evident everywhere, from communities in need of humanitarian assistance to individuals searching for meaning in today's fast-paced modern world. His teachings have not only transformed lives, but have also been instrumental in resolving conflicts. Through meditation, stress reduction techniques, and humanitarian initiatives, Gurudev has shown us how spirituality can transcend traditional divides and bring about real change. This evening is a unique opportunity for all of us to learn from Gurudev, to hear his wisdom, and to reflect on the profound impact meditation and mindfulness can have on our lives. I encourage all of you present here today to take this opportunity to open your hearts and minds to the teachings that will be shared, and to take back and spread the message of peace, harmony, and unity that Gurudev embodies. I once again express my deep gratitude to Gurudev for being here with us today, for sparing so much time, and also to all of you who have gathered. I look forward to the enlightening words and guidance that we will receive this evening. Thank you.
May I now invite Gurudev and Ambassador back on stage for the felicitation, please.
You know, figuratively it is said, our spirit is veiled and the curtain need to be opened. Yeah. So, there is a veil on every spirit and the veil of ignorance. The ignorance gives a way for the light to shine. So that's the opening of the curtain that's been spoken in the in the Hindu philosophy, from millenniums. It's called avarana. Three things: it's mala, avarana, and vikshepa. These are the three things. Mala means the impurities in the body and mind. When you are sick and when you have toxicity in your body, then your mind doesn't work properly. So first, cleansing of the body. That's Ayurveda is giving a lot of emphasis in that. Cleansing the body of toxins. So then Vikshepa is the restlessness in the mind. Restlessness in the mind will have to be gotten rid of. Right amount of food, right amount of activity, right amount of sleep, and right company. You know, our company makes a big difference. You sit with some people who are talking negative, a little while later you feel drained. How many of you have experienced this? Isn't it? And so, we're all just vibrations. And the vibrations need to be positive if life need to have more peace, harmony, and happiness. Otherwise, you know, it just goes down the drain. So, now, we are all rational beings. Often, faith and rationality are considered incompatible. You have faith, then you don't have to put your rational mind into that. So usually they say, don't question. It is the word of God, so you should not question. Just take it. This is one school of thought. The other school is use your rational mind. Now let's see what's a rational mind. We human beings are endowed with rationality right from the childhood. From the age of 3, a child starts questioning. The quest, wanting to know, begins right there. Want to know, what is this? What is the spirit of inquiry is embedded in our life. Are you all with me? Now, our rational depends on what? Our information. How much we know and what we know, that forms our rational mind. So, what we know comes from the 6 senses, 5 senses of perception and 1 sense of thinking. The mind, the intellect. As I'm speaking, do you notice something happening in you? What? Your mind is saying yes, 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 yes. Or no, no, I don't agree. Do you notice this? It's very important to pay attention to that. This is the rational mind that we have. So, when you agree with me, are you agreeing with me or yourself? You only agree what you already know. So when you agree with me, you are agreeing with yourself. I'm saying it's so hot, the sun is shining. What do you say? No, that's not true. That is not what it is. That is not in my experience. So we agree with our own experiences. That means we only hear ourselves. We don't listen to anybody. Are you all with me? So if you say yes, that means you know this is what it is. So, rational mind goes with logic. Our logic depends on our perception. And nobody on earth can claim that they know everything or they have seen everything. Our perceptions are limited, isn't it? Our perception is limited. So when our perception is limited, our logic is limited. So with the limited logic, we want to measure the unlimited universe. This is the human task that we all have. We try to know things, we try to argue, we try to make sense with the logical mind, which depends on our perception. Our perception is limited, and so our knowledge is limited. And hence, our rational mind can only take you that far. And you need to take a leap, quantum leap, beyond the rational mind. That is what is experiential understanding. Rational understanding coupled with an experiential understanding brings what we call as wisdom. So wisdom is not just knowledge, but something that dawns from within us. Are you all still here? The difference between knowledge and wisdom is, one is coming from the information, one here, another is through experience. One is you read the menu card, you know what is all in it, but the another one is that you experience by tasting it. Today, we have become experts in giving out menu card and reading the menu card, and we feel we are satisfied just reading the contents of the bottle, contents of the package, rather than opening the package and enjoying it. So meditation opens the door for exploring the unknown. It takes us to a state of knowing which is beyond the rational mind. And I'm so glad now the world has recognized the benefits of meditation. There are more than 100 benefits that you can say. Physiological benefits, psychological benefits, social benefits, behavioral benefits. All these have come and they have been documented today. And that is what has come to the new generation. Usually people say, oh, AI has come and the world is going to a bad phase, no doubt, but the world is also going through some good phase also. I know many of you would have experienced this in the 70s and 80s. If you have to know something, read some book, you had to go to library, first go through the index and then spend at least half a day in searching for the book. Right? That was not easy. Today, our young people don't have to go to any library, one phone and then and they get all the information of anything in the world. I remember, when I was in high school, that's when first the calculators came. When the calculators, there was no email, there was no computer, but calculators came in the market. Our mathematics, India has been very much on mathematics, arithmetics, mathematics. So our mathematics teachers were all very upset. They said, this will disable the society. Because now you don't have to multiply in the brain. You don't have to memorize the multiplication table, which we all have to do. 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8. This sort of mugging was compulsory in schools. In schools. I'm sure you also all had. How many of you had this mathematics class where you have to by heart all that stuff? And they said, this will cripple the mind, the growth of young people, because they take the calculator and they calculate everything. But that didn't happen, right? It only developed our young people's mind and their capabilities more. So I don't think technology, even artificial intelligence, is in any way detrimental to the growth of human civilization. Yes, our human civilization must have a heart to it. It cannot become too mechanical. We don't want to create slot machines. We don't want to create human beings as machines, You put a coin and you press a button and something, Coca-Cola pops up, or popcorn pops up. We become such a machine where, anybody can press any button and make you react. No, we need to find the soul of our civilization, our human beings. Beyond all constraints that we have put ourselves in the name of culture, civilization, language, religion, and all that stuff. You have to see the humanness. And that humanness is divinity, is divine. It's so beautiful. It's very pure. I say no child has come onto this planet being a rogue child, or a bad guy, or a bad girl. Every child has come here as a bubbling spirit of joy and enthusiasm, of love and compassion. Somewhere we have lost, because of our education or ill education, the prejudice has overtaken the consciousness, and so that has limited the potential to come into light. So now we are trying to revive that humanness by uplifting human consciousness. This is possible when we know how to get rid of stress. The formula for stress is too much to do, too little time, and no energy. Now, you can't reduce your things that you need to do. That's constant. In fact, it is growing day by day. You have social media, you have to answer so many messages, and if you don't, people will feel bad. If you don't return someone's phone call, then it doesn't show good on you. So your responsibilities have increased. You have to answer the email. So the things to do has increased. Time is constant. Nobody has 36 hours in a day. Fortunately, I would say. Some would say unfortunately. So fortunately, we have time as a constant. Now, the only variability here is our energy level. If we can bring up our energy, increase our energy level, we'll be able to achieve and we'll be able to manage stress. But are you all here still? You know what psychologists say? If a speaker is speaking for 10 minutes, the audience go for a cappuccino break 3 times. Our mind has got so much information, so much information. Sometimes we need to take time to delete the information and relax. And that's what is meditation. Shall we do a short meditation? You are ready? Afterwards, I will take the questions if you have some questions. Now, meditation is not doing something. There is no effort there. When you have to do something, you need effort, right? Here, you are not doing anything, so you don't need to put any effort. All that you need to do is just relax and let go. Yeah? I'll give few instructions, and these instructions you don't have to listen to intently. You know, when you try to intently listen, you are focused. Focus is no good for meditation. When you are focused, you are very alert and mindful, meditation cannot happen. You know, people who are allergic to meditation, they coin mindfulness. The word mindfulness. But I tell you, it is not, too much of mindfulness is no good. Because it gives more tension to you. So many people have done too much of mindfulness have come to me. And in a very bad state. Because they can't sleep. They feel restless. They feel more anxiety. So, mindfulness is just one of the product of meditation, byproduct of meditation. It is good. You have to be mindful when you work, but when you relax, you have to go to the other side of mindfulness, that is no mindness. Not mind, no mindfulness. Okay? So, let's sit comfortably, easily. And close your eyes and breathe out. Now, as you breathe in, gently open your eyes. And as you breathe out, you may gently close your eyes. All attention on your eyelids. Synchronize your opening and closing of your eyes with the breath. Let's do this 5 times. In the beginning, you may feel it little difficult because we have never synchronized our breath with the eye movement. But just make an effort to do this, and you will see you can. As we synchronize our eye movements with the breath, already your metabolism is coming down, Mind is becoming calmer. Now let's keep our eyes closed now. Relax our shoulders. And become aware of your whole body. We came into this world weighing just 5 kilos or 4 kilos, and today we weigh 70 kilos, 80 kilos, 100 kilos, whatever that is. Let's take another deep breath in, and as we breathe out, place the weight of our body on the chair we are sitting. In fact, just realize the chair you are sitting is carrying the weight of your body. Our body has 40 trillion cells and enormous energy in each cell of our body. Each body has so much energy, it can give electricity to the entire Berlin for 1 year. We have so much energy consolidated in our own body. Let us honor our own body. It's a precious gift to us from nature. Let's take our attention to our legs, our feet, from the feet to the legs, knees and thighs. The thorax region, your hips, abdomen, stomach, chest. Let's take another deep breath in and let go. Neck and shoulders and arms. Take your attention to your arms. Relax all the fingers. Let's take another deep breath in and breathe out. Now face the head, the whole body. In another 20, 30, 40 years, this body of ours will get back to the nature. The earth element in this will go back to the earth, and the whole weight will disappear into the earth. This moment, let us honor our own body. Let's move to the second dimension, the breath. It's the breath that is keeping our body alive. Become aware of the air all around you and inside of you. Become aware of the air all around you and inside of you. Like fish in the water, we are in air. Feel the air all around you and inside of you. Let's take another deep breath in. Hold the breath and breathe out with a smile. Incoming breath energizes the body, while outgoing breath brings relaxation. Let us become familiar with this fact. Let us honor our own breath. Now let's move on to the third dimension, the mind. Become aware of the thoughts that are coming into your mind. Good thoughts, bad thoughts. Welcome them all. Thoughts come and go. Our body is like the wick of a candle. The mind is like the glow all around it. As the body relaxes, the mind expands. Become aware of the space, this entire hall. Our mind, consciousness is just energy. It's part of the universal energy that's all around us. Right this moment. Next couple of minutes, let go of all your efforts. There is nothing to do and nothing to know either. Repose in yourself. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May there be peace in our hearts. May there be peace in our society and peace with the nature. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly and gradually become aware of body and surroundings. May take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, relax more. Another deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you may gently open your eyes. Was it good? You know, you meditated for 21 minutes. Did you feel the time? Yes? No? If you have some question, I'll take few questions then. Yeah, you can read the question. Yeah, please. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Gurudev, the first question is, I'll just read it out. On one hand, God wants us to surrender. And on the other hand, we must do our karam, do our action. Are they not opposing concepts? If everything has to happen according to God's will, then where does our effort and our action dovetail into the scheme of things?
Who says God wants you to surrender now? Everything anyway belongs to God. You simply have to realize nothing belongs to you. When nothing belongs to you, what is that you have to give up? Yes, what you need to give up is your worries, your tension, and which nobody wants. Nobody in the world wants your worries, your tension, your negativity. Anybody wants it? Why it is difficult for you to give them up? Do you see what I'm saying? Is it so hard to give up what nobody wants or neither you want it? That's what God wants it. God doesn't want you to give up your talents. God doesn't want you to give up all your good qualities, your creativity, your charm, your beauty. None of those. Correct? Okay. If God is in control of everything, where is our place there? This is the question, basically. This is a question between free will and destiny. Correct? Yeah? If everything is done by God, there is no free will. Correct? You have no will. But if you have a will, if your will is not aligned with the universal will, then that is a problem. Now here, it's very, just look at it, you know. God has given you an intellect to think also. God will say, use it. Why don't you use your intellect? Your discrimination has been given to you. Choices are given to you. See, animal kingdom has very little choice. They don't have, in fact, no choice. It's all programmed. It just works. The speciality with human race is we have the thinking ability. That's why, you know, even in Bible it is that God created man in his own image. Right? In the Vedas, they say the same thing. Yat pindet tat brahmande. Whatever is in the universe that is present as a minuscule universe inside of you. You are a universe. So, free will and destiny both are there in human life. Like, your height is your destiny. After 21 years, you can't grow if you want to be 6 feet 4 inches. If you are 5 feet 4, you will remain that. But your weight, if you are weighing 150 kgs and say, this is my destiny, I would not accept that. Get on the treadmill, eat less, you can reduce your weight. So your weight is your free will, your height is your destiny. In the same way, it's raining, it's snowing outside, that is destiny. But to get wet or not to get wet is your free will. You can't say everything is destiny. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have something that you can do, and that is your free will. And the more you become centered, the more you become free from inside, you become more free, and nature listens to you then.
Gurudev, if I may just ask a follow-up on that one. If some aspects are free will and some aspects are destiny, is there a point at which we must stop taking action and surrender to what the larger plan is for us?
You don't have to think of surrendering. I would say you have to give up. Like, okay, how much capacity you have to run? You can run 10 kilometers, run. Maybe you can stretch a little bit more and run 12 kilometers. But at once you say, I want to run 20 kilometers. You may not. You may collapse at the 15 kilometer. At the time you say, I cannot run anymore. It's very natural in you. Suppose you are asked to eat samosa, you will eat one. Someone compels you to eat two, you will eat two. But someone says you have to eat 5 samosas. You say, no, I can't anymore. So our limits become very obvious. Our energy becomes very obvious, gives you the right signal. Now you have to stop. Yeah.
Thank you. The next question has to do with finding one's purpose in life. What can one do to understand what one's purpose is?
This you have to go with negation. You list out what is not the purpose of your life. That is the easier way. Our purpose in life is not to be miserable and make others miserable. All the time wanting attention is not the purpose of your life. You want attention from people. You want not just amassing wealth and putting in the bank and then dying. It's not the purpose of your life. Right? So you can tick what is not the purpose and you may arrive. But one who knows will not tell you. Anyone who tells you, they don't know. So why they don't tell you? Because this question, what is the purpose of my life, itself is like a vehicle that would lead you to your purpose. And a wise, intelligent, compassionate man will not tell you, because then they are taking away your vehicle.
Absolutely. The next question has to do with technology and the advent of AI. And the question is, do we really need AI technology to get knowledge, or do we have it within us?
Now there is no question of do we need it, we already have it. When we have it, it's better we put a judicial use of it. We make good use of it. Technology is there to give comfort to human existence. And you can use the technology to make yourself miserable also. Harm yourself too. So, if your mind is in the right place, you can use any technology for the benefit and upliftment of mankind.
Thank you, Gurudev. Is there any other questions from anyone in the audience?
I think they all have. They don't have any. One question. Yeah.
She's bringing your mic.
Is it on? Yes. Gurudev, how do we become aware of our unconscious attachments?
Meditation. In meditation, when your mind becomes calm, then it comes up inside of you. Oh, you know, what you got attached to, and whether that attachment is worth or not. Yeah.
Anyone else?
Hello. We just spoke about AI and the development of AI. Do we also need new, stronger methods in meditation to stay connected to the divine? Because there's a very strong temptation to overuse technology.
Divinity is something that you cannot get away with. You can't. Like, you can't go out of the space. Wherever you are in space. Correct? You can't be away from air. Like that, the energy, the cosmic energy surrounds you all the time. Now, to be inside of that energy is when there is clarity in the mind. When there is no craving, there is no aversions, there is no ignorance, then the I-ness, when all these things give way for you to recognize the light that you are. So, it's not difficult and it is not easy also. Both.
Gurudev, first I would like to narrate an incident when I first did the Art of Living course in Bangladesh, in Dhaka. And most of the people were doing it for the first time, and after we did the first session, they made us relax. And I was quite surprised that almost most of the people fell asleep. And after some time we could hear loud sounds of snoring. And in fact, when the person said that now, you know, wake up, some of the people were in such a deep sleep that they did not even, you know, they had to be prodded to be woken up. But I was just wondering, why is meditation so effective? What does it do to the mind and to the body in the physiological sense?
Yeah.
Why does it energize?
Yeah. You know, we have three bodies, the gross, subtle and causal body. When we are in waking state, we are in the gross body. In the dreaming state, we are in the subtle body. That is more active. All the three bodies are with us all the time. But we are more conscious of the subtle body in the dreaming state. Thoughts and emotions, everything is there in the dreaming subtle body. And in the deep sleep, we are in the causal body. That's why in deep sleep, you don't feel the body, you don't feel anything. You don't, you feel just an expansion. Meditation is a conscious rest. It likes sleep, but not sleep. Well, after Sudarshan Kriya and meditation, sometimes some people sleep, and why? Because we have deprived our nervous system of a lot of sleep. Sleep deprivation. It's like, you know, when you have a lot of debt in the bank, when you credit amount in the bank, first it will finish the debt. You see? So, first your credit card will all be used up. Correct? And then your bank balance will show. like that, in meditation, first couple of sittings, it do happen to some people that they get deep rest and they go into sleep. But then, when repeated meditation, that doesn't happen. Then it's like you have already paid off your debt, and then now the bank balance will show. Yeah. And it is good. There is nothing wrong in falling asleep in a meditation.
Gurudev, I have a question that if someone is working in a very toxic environment where the hierarchy is unreasonable, pushy, insulting, demeaning, and always out to downsize you and humiliate you in whichever way possible, and if there is no escaping this environment and one has to stay as part of it, how can one sort of detoxify himself and remain sort of, at peace with himself despite that sort of an environment around him? Thank you.
Very important question. First of all, don't label everybody as toxic. We have a tendency to label people, they are toxic. Have you not experienced at some times when your time is bad, even your very loved ones, close ones, behave like enemies? It has happened. Your very, friends behave like enemies. And there are times in which whomever you thought as enemies, they start behaving like friends. They come to your help. So anything is possible at any time. You consider someone toxic and you are in a dire need and they may come to help you also. So this possibility we should always keep it open. So number one, not label anyone as toxic. Yeah? Yes, such atmosphere is there. We have to manage in that. So how does it help if we get stressed? It doesn't help. So second thing I would say is, should take it with a sense of humor. Someone says, you look like a ghost. Oh yeah, you see the Holy Ghost in me? You can see, you can always come up with some humor, find some humor in the most insulting comments also. I give this exercise to young people. So if someone has insulted, say, oh, you are so good in insulting. Can you do something more? Just tell them, I would like you to insult me a little more. Can you do that? And see what happens. Why do you have to be bogged down by others' insults? Then they see that nobody can shake you. You can definitely say, oh, your comments are so good. Why don't you give a little more stronger one? Do you have any more strong insult? You can shut that person away forever if they are insulting. And we must go with a lighter mind. If our mind is light, then nothing really touches us. Yeah? Because people are like that. There are thorns where there are roses. And if you keep looking at thorns, you will never be able to enjoy the roses. So in life, all this is there. People are there who are jealous, who did things which are completely irrational. We must stay apart and say, no one can insult me. If I don't want, no one can insult me. Usually what we do, we keep ourselves so open, someone insult, oh, come on. I am ready to take your insult, and we become miserable. So that is second. And third is meditation. Meditation gives you the power to just wipe that all off. whatever incidences, events that has happened, good or bad or bitter, you know. Suppose if there is a boss who is very nasty, you know what that beckons? It beckons for you to be more skillful. When you are skillful, you can handle any situation, anybody. So believe in that you can be skillful and you can turn around the narrative anytime. And this ability comes when we go deeper in meditation. At least once or twice a year we take a couple of days of silence. See, silence is mother of creativity, of beauty, and of, humor and strength. All these things come from within us. Skills. Yeah.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Yeah.
I want to briefly thank you because it was a wonderful experience to be here with you. And as we're developing with the Institute for Advanced Studies a new algorithm to build 3D holographic avatars and merging technology to the human mind, would you be so gracious to help us in the future and helping us to understand the way we can help and enhance also the art of living and the work we can do between.
Sure.
All right.
Sure, I'm there with you. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
One last question from that lady there.
Gurudev, thank you so much for this evening. It's very special to be here. I have a personal question for you, if I may. I'm very curious to know if you ever get angry, impatient, jealous, and all of these emotions that we label as negative. Does that ever happen to you?
You know, anger, I can count how many times I got angry. I know, it's in my fingertips. I remember. But my anger doesn't stay too long. When I try to show some anger, nobody around me believes that I am angry. You know, I don't say anger is bad all the time. Sometimes you can show anger. But you know, if it is there only as long as you draw a line on the surface of water, it is healthy. You know, kids also do get angry, but their anger just goes away in no time. Have you noticed that? Yeah, like that. I can count those things. But the other rest of frustration, jealousy and all, I have no experience of those sort of things. Yeah. But I've seen people having all. Okay. Thank you. Wonderful. Om Shanti. Huh?
Thank you so much, Gurudev, for that wonderful, enlightening evening. We are truly honored and blessed to have you with us today and to have the opportunity to learn from your wisdom. I also want to take a moment to thank the Art of Living team. Swami Jyotirmaya ji, thank you so much. You have been a wonderful supporter for the Tagore Centre. You've graced us with your presence yourself previously. Mr. Christoph Glaser, thank you for being here. Members of the Art of Living Board, Kirsten, my dear friend and longtime supporter, and Mr. Deepak Patil, without whom this event would also have been very difficult to pull off, who comes to our aid in many forms as we try to pull things off at the Embassy and the Tagore Centre. And finally, thank you all so much for being here. It's been a wonderful evening, and I hope you take away a little piece of peace and calm into the winter night. We do have refreshments outside, so please join us in the foyer for some refreshments. Thank you.